to the Founder Fumbles podcast, where we go into real life entrepreneur struggles and comeback strategies. I'm your host, Damari Taplin, and today we got my boy Deion Aldridge. That's right. Got that right?
Yes,
okay.
You got that right.
All right, let me tell you a little bit about Deion. So Deion is the founder of Crushedvelvet Collection. He's a designer, former stylist, a mental health advocate, and mainly he's just the founder of Crushedvelvet Collections. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Deion. It was a whole bunch going on today, but we through it. We here. And I know it's
bald man. We sweat the worst.
Man,
we don't have no
hair. You bald too? Yeah, I didn't even know you was bald, bro.
We don't have no hair to hold the.
Oh my god!
So ain't nothing worse than a fresh cut. You gonna sweat it out.
Yep. You gonna sweat it out. As soon as you get your cut, you gonna sweat it out. But anyway, so we met at CreatorCon.
CreatorCon.
Yeah. So how did you get that connection?
God. So I went to a CreatorCon before, which is where I met the curator of Michigan Fashion Week. And then like last year was my year of like manifestation and just trusting in God. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to do it. I think last year I didn't get to. This year it was just like I actually got the slot the night before. Okay. It's crazy. So I had to tap into maybe some connections that I had. So I actually got the slot in CreatorCon the night before. So it's like at the last minute.
That's dope. Yep. So are you from Detroit?
Yeah, born and raised in Detroit, West Sider.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's dope.
Yes.
I'm actually from Pontiac. I'm a Yaktown boy. Yeah, I'm a Yaktown boy, you know what I'm saying? But I work in Detroit, so. Okay. But yeah, not for long, I'll tell you that. I'm about to, because once this podcast thing just really take off, I'm right now, this year, I'm kind of focused on like automation, like business automation. And just getting everything. I'm gonna be leaving my job soon, bro. I promise that.
For sure, you're gonna speak it into existence.
Yeah,
Anything can happen.
Hopefully, by the time this video is actually released, I'm going to be a full-time entrepreneur, no longer working at my job. So that way, I won't feel bad when this episode finally drops.
Okay, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, tell me about your designer life as a designer and former stylist.
So I started off as a stylist. I was an actual stylist for maybe 4 to 5 years, but I've been styling people my whole life. So even when I was
styling people, that's just like their clothes and stuff.
Yeah, so styling people and helping them get dressed. I was always the friend that people would come to and be like, "Do you think I should wear this with this?" And then also for Christmas, birthdays, holidays, whatever. I was always the person that'd buy you a nice something for you to wear. So for a while, I feel like with the styling thing, I was doing everything but what I should do. Sometimes when when you have a calling and something just naturally comes to you, you kind of get scared or you kind of get apprehensive. And I don't know how old you are, but I am at the age where we came from under the generation that wanted to do things in a more practical manner. You know what I'm saying? So it was
blue collar stuff.
Yeah, go to school, get a job, work, and then put what you want to do in the back burner. But eventually, if you put it too far in the back burner, it'll fall off, and then your life will become a version of a life that you don't want. Right. So I decided to take my talent as my liberty.
So are you doing that full time?
So I still have a job. So I am a test proctor for the state. So I am the person that you come see when you are taking a state board test, whether it's a FAA, which is the airplane nursing, social work, real estate, insurance, all that. So I actually, throughout this amazing year for Crushedvelvet, I actually got promoted to lead at my job. So I actually gained more responsibility, which had me even in a mind space with my brand that I had even more things to do, but I took it for the increase of the income, but I still never pushed my brand to the back burner. Yep.
Okay.
For sure.
So do you ever have that? Do you want to? When do you feel like you're gonna go 100% in your business and actually stop working? First, or do you want to continue working? You want to do both and both? What do you think about that?
I feel like, of course, every entrepreneur would like to go 100% with their business and to be solely invested in their business. I am at a point in my life where I let the chips fall where they may, and I speak to God a lot, and I ask him to bring things to me. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to be working and doing Crushedvelvet forever.
I know what you're saying.
But I do feel like one day I'm not going to have to work, and Crushedvelvet will be my total life, even though it is my life overall. But I feel like I don't want to rush it, and I don't want to, because I feel like when you put a time frame on things, then when it doesn't happen in the time frame, it kind of discourages you, or it kind of makes you upset, or you kind of go into a place of self-doubt. So I always take things like as they come. I've always been a person that had like 2-3 jobs, so I've always been like a person that was always here, there, here. So to actually just be totally invested in Crush Velvet, even though I know it would happen, it would kind of be, it would take some time. It'll
happen when it'll happen.
Yeah, it'll take some time for me to get used to it, because I've always had a million things to do.
Yeah. You're just going to let God take care of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel you. So you talked a little bit about mental health, man.
Yes.
You're also a mental health advocate.
Absolutely.
So what made you become a mental health advocate, and what makes you a mental health advocate?
Before my brand, I was in school. I started going to graduate school. So I always wanted to be like in the social work, like in the mental health field, like just helping people, because that's always been a calling that I have had. So in 2017, my best friend died next to me. And then after that, my mom died in 2019. Then my aunt died in 2022. Then my uncle died, and a close cousin of mine died.
Dang.
So actually, in between the time that my best friend and my mom died, when my best friend died, I took a break from school, because I was just like, there's no way that I can be out here in the world giving people advice and I'm torn up on the inside. Like, I don't want to be that person that's giving advice or putting out something into the world from a broken or a hurt place. So then after that, my mom ended up passing away. I was like, okay, I'm going to get up. And my mom was my grandma, because my actual mom died she was killed when I was 1, but I always knew my grandmother to be my mother.
Right.
So my aunt, she was like my rock. Like, she was always encouraging. She encouraged me to go back to school. She was like, you got it, you can do it, you're a person, you always have a good head on your shoulders, you're always giving good advice, you're always like the type of person that you can go to and you can talk, you offer people a safe space. So then when she died, I was like, okay, I had to take a break again, because like I didn't expect for her death. That's why I want everybody to always know, grief, no matter who it is, it affects you differently. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different thing. When different people die, it takes a toll on you in a different manner. So getting older and dealing with death from younger to older, you learn how to kind of shield yourself, but sometimes that kind of takes away your awareness of how much time is passing and what is actually going on. So when my aunt died, I took a break and I was like, okay, what can I do? So I was still styling, because I always was styling, because styling was always something that was in my life no matter what. Like, whether I was working, whether I had 2-3 jobs, I was still putting people in clothes. I was still helping people get dressed. It was just something I couldn't run from. So after that, I was like, okay, how can I, until I'm ready to fully go back to school and become the version of myself that can get out here and really help people in the manner that I want to, how can I convey a message that still stems from mental health with giving people a piece of me to take with them. So then I was going back and forth to New York. A friend of mine was opening Artillery, which was a store. He wanted me to be a stylist in there at the grand opening. And at the time, I was like, the time frame is not working for me. He was like, I'm gonna give you a piece of advice. And I was like, what is it? He was like, you have really great taste. You have a good eye for quality. He was like, you should come out with something. Just start small and then see where it takes you, because everybody doesn't have an eye for quality. So I was like, what can I do? So then I was like, I always wear hats. When I turned 30, I actually went bald. I stopped playing around with it. So I actually came back home and I went in a lab and I was like, what can I do? And I was like, okay, I'm always wearing hats. So how can I make this my own? So I came up with a logo, took a couple of tries, which is the logo that you see on my head, which means prosperity, restoration, and protection.
Okay.
So it's always
my head too.
Yeah, it's always supposed to esteem and create conversations, because it's an interesting logo. So when people see it, they're always going to be like, what's that? And even if you don't have time to have a full conversation with them, you'll leave them with the feel good, because I live by the law of most people won't remember what you said to them, but they'll remember how you made them feel. Yeah.
So what did you say? What does this hat stand for one more time?
Prosperity, restoration, and protection.
prosperity, restoration, and protection.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And the velvet came from like, velvet is always premium. So I've always been like a premium person.
Yeah, you got a good taste for quality.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, that's why I need that t-shirt you got on.
Yeah.
Let me get one of the t-shirts.
Yeah, they're going to come back.
If you get a green one or a brown one or a black one or even a white one, a white on white one would go
I actually
crazy.
had a white on white one.
Man, bring them things back out, bro. Like that, as soon as you get one, I'm buying 3 of them.
Okay, for sure. I'm gonna hold you to that.
Yo, I'm buying 3 because man, them boys cold.
Thank you.
I need one for sure. So I was gonna tell you now that we talked about you, I was gonna tell you to tell me about Crushedvelvet, but I feel like you just told me everything I need to know about Crushedvelvet.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that's good because it's within you. It's a taste for quality.
Absolutely.
It stands for mental health. It looks good on you, and like me too. Like everybody always complimented my hat, and it's quality.
Yeah.
Like I remember, like I took it off and I put it. I'm like, bro, look at the quality of this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
that cap is actually in honor of my father.
Oh yeah.
So it's called the Cornell Camo because my dad's name is Cornell. So he is like
fire.
Outdoorsy kind of guy. Mm-hmm. So he was like, you need to come out with something that's like a camo or something. So I was like, what can I do to still make it in line with my brand, even though I do have some products that are not velvet, but I wanted that because I feel like the iridescent purple and that being a camo velvet cap, that's not something you see that often.
It ain't.
So that actually is.
And that's the type of person I am. I like different stuff. Like
Yeah.
if it was just a regular brown one, like the fact that it was camo with the purple, it kind of looked like camo, like, and plus it was velvet.
Yeah.
I was like, I need that. You see me, I was looking at your stuff, I was like, I want this one.
Yeah.
Give me that one. You know what I'm
sure.
saying? And that was dope, bro. But anyway, so did you draw your logo? That's what I want to know. How did you come up with that design?
So it took a while. I'm not a good drawer.
Okay.
I don't draw well. But just like a stylist, you know how to like finagle things and make things look good. So with my logo, I came out with like, I told the first person, I was like, I want something that stands for like Crushedvelvet because I'm going to start my brand off from Crushedvelvet. And I wanted to, be like something that's cool, something that's unique, something that's fresh. Both of the people that designed my logo, even though I ended with the finished product, are black. So they're black-owned brands.
Okay.
So the first person, no disrespect to him, but it made it look like it was like a DC sign. I don't know how many people are DC fans out there, but it looked like the DC, like with the Justice League, So
I was talking about like plain.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't want it because it kind of gave Hot Topic. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the kind of stuff you would see in Hot Topic, and I was like, I kind of want something a little bit more premium. So then I found a lady named Joy. She's a brand consultant, brand strategist, brand creator, content, all that stuff. So I told her my vision, and she came out with 7 logos. And actually, this logo that everybody loves was the one that got voted the least by all of my friends, and everybody that I showed it to, they hated this one. They did not like it. They were like, that's not a good one. It's actually derived from the Eye of Horror and a C and a V. So it's supposed to look like as if you were down in a tomb in Egypt, and it was it will be like one of the hieroglyphics on the wall. Yep.
Okay, I haven't made my way to Egypt yet.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get there. I don't know if you know, but I'm a super traveler. I lived in 3 different countries. I've been to 26 countries. Me and my wife, we met in China.
Some people don't even know it's 26 countries.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I know you probably was like, dang, is it 26? But no, I know you knew. But yeah, I've been out here, bro. I plan on hitting 30 by the end of the year. So.
Right.
But yeah, I gotta get to Egypt, man, for sure.
Absolutely.
But anyway, tell me something. You already said this a lot, but tell me something great that you're doing with your company, like right now.
I'm actually preparing for my next job. Last year was my. I became a little bit more organized with my drops. I became.
With your job?
No, with my drops. I keep saying drops. So drops in the entrepreneurial world for fashion is like I'm coming out with something new. It's just a short way.
With your drops. Okay,
yeah, like
I got you.
I'm coming out with a new drop. You know what I'm saying?
No,
it's not gonna actually drop. You know what I'm saying?
But I got you. I thought you were saying job, but no, I got you.
So I'm actually coming out with some new things. I'm actually looking to recreate the Cornell in a different kind of way. I'm still gonna, be prominent. I'm doing some different things. I'm actually, trying to move over into more so becoming a lot more profitable off my e-commerce. So people do shop on my website, and I do pop up and do pop-up shops, but I'm trying to go into this year and really push my e-commerce as well as marketing and things like that. And then last year, Well, yeah, technically I met you last year at CreatorCon. So my tidbit for moving into 2026 was relationship currency. So I think that because of the climate of the world right now with the tariffs and all of the stuff that are just adding obstacles in our way, I think as entrepreneurs, we need to value our relationship currency, like with people more that can help us and tap into our own community and the people that are around us. Yeah.
Okay. So what are you doing to increase, like push your website? I know you said you want to push your website more and get more money from your website. Like as far as like marketing, what are you trying to do? I'm just wondering because I'm pushing new marketing stuff
So
too.
one of the things that I want to do is I feel like you, for your online marketing, especially with AI and everything that's going on, for me, I see increases when I promote more, or if the promotion is like very professional and it's at like actually real. Not saying that AI does not look real, and a lot of people don't shop with AI, with AI presented products. But the thing that I want to do is I want to actually still stay in the mode of doing real photo shoots, hiring real models, going to real environments to keep the grit and the grind behind my brand. So once I get there, I want to start tapping into like different grants and things. I have this up until now. I paid everything out of pocket, off sales, working hard. I bartended, did 3-4 jobs to push my brand because this is something that I really believe in.
Yeah.
So now this year, I want to tap into like grants and things for my business so that I could pay marketers, but I want to have like at least a good ground for them to stand on, like as far as photo shoots, as far as product shots, as far as just certain things that, you know, may look to where they can make it more marketable for me, but still have like, the actual grit and grind behind the brand. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with AI and people using AI, but I still want to be involved like with my brand and the direction and the curation of my brand. So so investing in marketing and just being more consistent with the marketing that I receive, because one thing about being in business is you won't always be motivated.
Right.
But if you stay consistent,
you can stay consistent.
And like consistent brings back your motivation, because once you start seeing the results from your consistency, you'll get motivated again.
Exactly.
I learned that from Jim Jones. Jim Jones said that.
And that's why I post. That's why I try to make sure I at least post a good video on social media like every single day. You know, I have to. But where do you find like your models and stuff?
So I'll find models like, at first I was finding models from like, when I would do pop-up shops, and a lot of people like my brand, so they always wanted to come model for me. Or I had like friends that were models. And as I got bigger in my brand, I started collecting models from different places to where now, my last model call, which was not an in-person, it was just you submit, I'll tell you if I like you for my next photo shoot. We actually got quite a few model submissions. It was actually kind of like, whoa. So just being around and being present, like the fashion community is a community of its own. So when you enter like the fashion community, a lot of faces are the same. A lot of people staying familiar. Like you'll see a lot of reoccurring people, especially, you know, like now, because like I said, with tariffs and all of that things towards our business, it's hard for a lot of people to still stay in business. So the business shrink, but the models still stay there. So the models become more available. So that's how that works.
That's dope. So it's sort of like CreatorCon, like it's you're gonna see all the same creators. Like next thing you know, you're gonna run by all of them.
Yeah, you know absolutely, for sure.
Yeah, no, that's dope, bro. So what are you doing like next as far as like, do you have anything that you want to do next, like outside of having a clothing brand? Like, is it a next move for you?
I would like to be a motivational speaker. So that is something that's on my bucket list.
Okay.
I started trying to shake my nervousness from motivational speaking. I started hosting Dining in the Dark. So I am the host when you come and you eat in the dark with the blindfold and you listen to my commentary, whether it's stale or you like it or whatever.
Is it real life?
Yeah. So you come in and you sit down and
put blindfolds on.
You put a blindfold on. I read you like what you could do, what you couldn't do. You know what I'm saying? Like how we'll guess. They guess after each meal. So I have to go around. I talk to people. I kind of like verbally walk them through their meal since they can't see me. So I actually started doing that like a year ago to like shake my nervousness from speaking, even though they're blindfolded, but they don't be blindfolded at first.
To shake your nervousness from speaking. That's why I do this.
Yeah, so this is a good start. So
that's cool.
I did that to start shaking my nervousness, but one of my things is I want to be a motivational speaker, and that ties into my day job, which is my morning job, because I also give people a lot of motivation, whether they pass their test or whether they fail their tests. And most of the time failure is better than success, because failure is where your lessons are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
you can't even move up unless you have a failure.
Yeah.
Like once you have a failure, then you finally want to do something better. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because you don't want to make that failure again. You feel like you have to make up for that failure, or you got to do better now. Like you need the failures in order to get better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Failures matter. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's crazy. So what's been like your biggest challenge?
My biggest challenge in entrepreneurship is being patient. Sometimes
You want stuff now.
Huh?
You want stuff now?
Outside of me wanting stuff now, I always been the type of fashion person where people don't catch what I'm doing until it's after. So with my brand, sometimes stuff will come out and it'll sit. And
that's probably why you stopped selling your T-shirts, because people wasn't liking them. You feel like people weren't liking them, and then so now they gone. They like, dang, bring the T-shirts back.
Also with that,
is that true though?
Yeah, some truth to it. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
But also with my brand, I like the exclusivity of things. So I like that some of my supporters and my people that buy my products, they only have it for a while, and then 9 times out of 10, when I bring it back, I'll recreate it, because I don't want to oversaturate my brand. So it's not that I'm just like, okay, I don't want to release this because I feel like y'all missed it a little bit. But I also want to keep the exclusivity. Like I want people that, like, you won't see that hat everywhere. Now, if I sold 5,000 of those hats in the city of Detroit, you might see it everywhere. Not that I don't want everybody wearing my brand, but I just like to keep the exclusivity of things, in my opinion.
And drop new stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. So have you ever thought about, that's dope. But, I feel like because I feel like with those shirts, like...
Oh, you really like the shirt?
I feel like with those shirts...
And it's lined on the inside, too, so the velvet doesn't even actually sit on your skin.
That's what I was about to say. The quality is going to last a long time.
Yeah.
It's not just like a regular tee. You know what I'm saying?
Did you like the hoodies?
Not the... Only thing I didn't like the hoodies is I'm not a fan of, like, silver.
Okay.
Yeah, I did like the hoodies, but like silver or like on my clothes, I don't really like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
fair.
That's the only thing.
Okay.
But I did like it. I was like, hey, but it got silver. My wedding ring silver. I got gold. My wedding ring gold. I got gold necklace, gold earrings, and stuff like that. So
okay.
I just recently, like for Christmas, I asked for like a white gold ring. It was the only thing I asked for, just so I can start.
Oh, so you
silver.
matchy.
Yeah, just so I can start wearing silver stuff. You know what I mean?
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, so that's the only reason I didn't like the hoodie so much, but like the design of it and all that stuff, yeah, I like that.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah, so but as soon as you bring them T-shirts back out, please let me know. Yeah, I'm gonna get on you about them T-shirts. So do you have like a business partner? You doing this all by yourself?
So I do have a couple business partners. Their name is Scott and Deion. Scott is like a person, he's like more of like the
what's the title?
He's like more of like a creative director. Okay. So he is the person who comes in, and I am always like, I have all these super over the top ideas of, I might want like my social, I wanted boxes hanging from the ceilings and all that stuff. So he kind of comes in and he kind of keeps it real with me, and kinds of like takes control of things, kind of helps like with
that's a little bit out there.
Yeah, like bringing me back down to reality.
Right.
Deion is more of my financial analyst. So he is always like, because by me working and doing a lot of generating income outside of my brand, when something is not right with my brand, I don't mind just paying out of pocket, which I still do. But he kind of lets me know like, hey, you need to push some more of this and sell this before you decide to pay for this. Or, I don't think this would be a good investment. You should put your money here, or you should move it around here. So actually they helped me a lot. And then my aunt, Tanae, she actually has Magical Winks, which is her brand. She comes and she helps me with pop-ups, and she comes around and she'll like give me her advice too. So those are pretty much my team. So I would say she helps me with my pop-ups. She comes and she promotes my products. She shares everything. So those are the 3 people that mainly help me. When I first started, my younger cousin, Tyshonda, she was the only person helping me. She was at all the pop-ups. She ended up going to college. So she's a Spartan. So she has a full ride to college.
That hurt you when she left.
Yeah, but she's going to nursing school. So she's in school to be a nurse, and I am always for people elevating and pushing through the roof. Yeah. So it hurt me. That's like my little baby. Yeah. So she is in college now. So
for sure.
Yeah.
No, that's dope, bro. So, what type of skills do you lack, or you feel like you need to improve?
Being more organized. Becoming better with time management. And a lot of times, the things that you so effortlessly pour into other people, you need to be able to pour into yourself. We are our own worst critic. So I could be better at pouring all of my advice and all of the great things into myself. So yeah.
To talk highly about everything that you got going on.
Yeah, and just,
speaking up on yourself. And
yeah. I'm a very modest guy, you know what I'm saying? Like I've never been the type to crave attention, even though it comes sometimes naturally. But just, like, even when you give somebody just some, like, if a person, like, something is not working for them, I'll be the first person to just be like, you could pivot. You can go like this. Nothing is a failure. It's only a failure once you quit. You know what I'm saying? Just being more cognitive of what I'm pouring into myself.
I just feel like I don't know. I'm just making this guess. I feel like you haven't told nobody that you was killing it in a long time. Like I'm fucking the fashion game up out here. I feel like you ain't told nobody that in a long time, bro. And that's what you need to get on, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm out here killing it, bro.
I'm out here doing what I can.
But you see what I'm saying? But you actually killing the game right now.
Thank you so much.
You see that t-shirt, bro? You see this hat?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That jacket you got, like, you got the bag and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you out here killing it, and you about to, ain't you headed to another show?
Yeah,
you headed to another drop or something?
I'm headed to another pop-up. It's the Winter Gala pop-up. So
like, I'm holding you up. You need to, you know what I'm saying? I know. Like, I appreciate you stopping by, bro.
Of course.
I appreciate you stopping by, for sure. But anyway, have you ever felt like giving up doing this, man? Like, because I know it gets super hard. Have you ever felt like, man, like, I'm sick of this? Like, you know?
I don't know. I would never say I haven't, because I would think that would be being a form of dishonesty, and I try to be as transparent as possible. But clothes is like my language. It's like my second nature. So even if you
ain't doing this, you ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, like I feel like I'm now at the point where if I can't do this, what would be the point of living? You know what I'm saying? So I would say that, because if I could work a full-time job, bartend, and still do Crush Velvet without a sweat, without a complaint, without a cry, without anything, I don't think I ever got tired of it, because it would be so easy, because I have other avenues where I'm having income. So I could be like, you know what? So even when I'm not selling, I'm figuring out a way to sell. I'm figuring out my next situation, where I'm figuring out what I'm going to do next. So to say that I've ever gotten tired of it and I want to give up, no. But I do think that when things are not aligned and it's not just working out the way you want it to work out, sometimes you do get doubtful.
For sure. Yeah, that's you do get doubtful, and you start like you start feeling like it's a monkey on your back or something like that.
You start feeling like a shuffling deck, like everything. Like,
gosh, I can't get through this. Like, why can't I just have this? Like, why is it so hard? You have those type of, like, why is it so hard days, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get that for sure. What's like, what keeps you motivated? That's what I want to know. What keeps you going?
A lot of my Crush Velvet customers, shout out to them. A lot of people that are in my village that see the greatness in me and see how hard I work and see how hard I push things and how I stay on top of things, how I have like just dedicated, because this is like a dedication. Like, last year was so many times where I was like, I want to go do this, but I couldn't, or I wanted to go here, but I couldn't. So I think that the people around me that are in my close proximity, which is very, 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 very important once you become an entrepreneur, because it's so hard to surround yourself with people who are either like-minded people or people who don't mind pouring into you and helping you get over those stressful days or when things are not working out. So definitely your village and things like that, that's definitely important, being an entrepreneur.
Yeah. So let me tell you something, bro. Like, I don't know if you know, but after CreatorCon, bro, one thing I don't do is post selfies. I do not post selfies. And you probably like, I seen you post a selfie as soon as you grab this hat. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Just know that like this hat like actually made me feel good, bro.
That's good.
I'm serious. I just want you to know that the work that what you putting out here is actually doing what it's supposed to do. You know, because I took my first selfie in like probably over 5 years, bro. I don't hold up the camera and do this. I never do that.
I always try to take my time. That's why I feel like I have expanded because now I'm doing hats, now I'm doing hoodies, now I'm doing bags.
You're gonna see one selfie on my whole social media in years, bro. And
that's why I said
that's the one
I'm
when
expanding,
I bought this thing.
And that's why my process is a little bit, not speaking on anybody else's journey, my process is always a little bit more of a longer road, which everything, all of your gems are in your journey, because I always want to put out a product that I would want to buy. And since I have a particular taste, I know what I like and what I don't like. Not saying that I want my brand. That's another reason why Scott comes in. He's like, this is what you like all the time. You can't. So, although outside of that, I really would like to always put out a product that I could stand behind. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really care if it takes me 2 months to drop something or a month to drop something after I design it, after I come up with the concept, because I want it to be the way that I want it. And I want my customers, when they walk away from my table, to be like, okay, I can feel the love and care that he put into his product, and that y'all will love it just like as far as me putting it out. Don't get me wrong. I still want to make the money, but I also want to make sure that I stand behind my product, and I will always stand behind my product no matter what.
You doing it the right way, bro.
Absolutely.
I promise. Just keep doing what you're doing, stay consistent, and just stay at it, bro.
For sure.
That's all you got to do, man, because everything you're doing is right. I can tell you that. What type of like daily routines do you have, on a daily basis, like to keep your head in the game?
So I wake up. I don't know how many people do this, but most of the time I check my credit score.
You check your credit score as soon as you wake up?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know why. After I check my credit score, I do like a little briefing on my phone of like the current events or what's going on in the world, just to let me know. And prior to that, even though I didn't say, I thank God for waking up. So I always am like to take my moment to thank God. After that, I might meditate for a little bit, and then I'll get up. And one of my routines that I always have to do, I have to take my dog out. So I have a dog, it's a pit bull. So, and then most of the time I'm going to my morning job. So once I became the lead, I always have to like dash out to work. Somebody's always calling off, not showing up for something. So,
so you wake up. So you wake up, check your credit score, then you check for daily events, then you meditate.
But before all that, I thank God.
Oh, you
thank God first. As soon as the eyes open.
Thank God. I do this. I do the same thing.
Thank God.
Thank God. I say 3 things I'm grateful for the moment I wake up, every single time I wake up. But no, that's dope though. So, what type of meditation do you do?
I just sit there and clear my mind for like 10 minutes, just sit in a quiet room or a quiet space, or sometimes it depends. If I don't have the time, I'll do it in my car. I'll sit in my car, I'll sit outside of work for like 10 minutes just to rewire my mind and then clear out my mind. And then after that, then I'll probably post something on my Crushedvelvet Collection page just to set this tone for the day, to just let people know, we're still here, we're still around, or, so those are really my daily schedules, unless I have like an event. Most of the time I do get events, whether it's last minute, like the event today, but that's normally like my daily routine. It's not like I don't do anything like crazy, but as long as every day I wake up and I'm living and breathing, that I can thank God, that I can start my day always. Also, something that I do, which I just started doing, I try to pick me a new word for my vocabulary a day.
A dictionary app or something?
I'll actually like say if I wake up and I feel amazing, but I don't want to keep saying I'm amazing. So when people ask me, how are you? Instead of me saying amazing, I'm going to say I'm fanciful. So fanciful is a different word for amazing. So that was one of my words last week.
But how did you find that word though?
Because I wanted a new word for feeling great, feeling amazing.
Oh, okay. So you just looked up, what's a new word for feeling great?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely. So we can expand.
What you use to find a new word? Is it ChatGPT?
No, I Google it. So
Google
it's like
it.
a dictionary type of situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So what advice would you give new fashion designers, new people starting these clothing companies, for the people that's just starting off, or people that's has stopped or starting to feel like the need to quit? Like, what advice would you give them?
I have a couple of advice. First, I would still say your talent is your liberty. Okay. So your talent is your freedom. You have free reign when you become a creator. This is something that I really wanted to say to all the aspiring entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs, returning entrepreneurs. You have to weather the storm for yourself, meaning you are your only competition. You are the only one in the lane or whatever you're doing. Even if you're just selling hats. I'm not the only person that sells hats. I'm not the only person that sells velvet hats. But with that being said, do not let anyone convince you to go into entrepreneurship, especially in the fashion industry, for the money. Mm-hmm. Do not chase the money. Mm-hmm. Do not chase the money. Chase your talent, chase your tenacity, chase your grind, your grit, because when you let somebody else come in, and this is something that I've actually thought of at CreatorCon, and I'll say why. Because I seen a guy, he was a podcaster. He was saying that he was a multi-million-dollar podcaster. Cool. He was giving people the playbook of how to do it. But, like how you're saying, this is something that you have to do. You post, you try to get up and do it. This is not everybody's dream. Being a designer for clothes is not everybody's dream. But if somebody comes to you with a playbook and say you can make X so amount of dollars, you could do this, and then you'll be there, then they're gonna go for that. And it can sometimes kill your momentum for you becoming an entrepreneur, because everybody's journey is different. Mm-hmm. So with everybody's journey being different, you have to understand that it takes somebody 20 days. It takes somebody 2 years. It takes somebody 5 years. It takes somebody 10 years. So if you want to enter the fashion industry and you want to become a designer, you have to be willing to understand that your journey may not look like Ralph Lauren's. We don't know Ralph Lauren's journey. I got a Telfar bag for Christmas, and Telfar was established in 2000. Mm. I graduated high school, not to tell my age, in 07. We didn't know about Telfar. But what if he would have gave up?
Dang.
Think about it. What if he would have gave up? That it's 2026 now. So if you chase the money, that will kill your motivation, your consistency immediately, because money is just a tangible item. You want to chase something that makes you, is your hunger for you to get up out the bed, your hunger for you to go to it. Like, this is something that your life, like, that you want to do. When you chase money, you're just chasing a tangible object, and you start taking shortcuts. You start making whatever will sell. You start just doing anything because you want to make the money. Don't do that. Take your time. Anything that is worth having takes time. Anything that comes quick, you might have to go to the clinic after. But if you take your time and own things and hold them close and rock them, and understand that it may not be something that just makes you rich overnight, because most people go into things like this because they're like, I want to be rich, I want to be rich. You never know what it's going to take for your version of your day when you're rich. So enjoy your journey. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the pop-ups. Enjoy the small fashion shows. Enjoy the designs. Enjoy selling stuff to one person, then moving to 5 people, then moving to 10 people. All of that matters, because your finish line is your finish line. You want to be able to, when you get to your finish line, whatever that may look like for you, you want to be able to look back on your journey and enjoy your journey, because when you decide to pour into somebody else, all the gems come from the journey. They don't come from the finish line. So that's my advice.
Dang, that was fire, bro. I think that was my best piece of advice, bro. No, I definitely understand, man. Like, just don't do it for the money. It has to come from within. You know what I mean? You can't chase. If you chase the money, you chasing somebody else's dream, and then you got the t-shirts with a logo on it.
And then a person who is
you got a t-shirt company instead of instead of a whole brand. You know?
The multi-million-dollar podcaster, like how you said, this is how you shaking your nervousness because you want to move. That's stepping stones. The multi-million-dollar podcaster may have went to school for journalism. You know what I'm saying? He might have always been a friend that you go to for current events. He may have always been the motivational friend. He may have always been the person that people want to sit and listen, talk to. So you don't know why his journey is the way that it is, but he's trying to give you a shortcut or a cheat code, and you can't do that, because he may have been up 24 hours most of his 365, and you're not willing to dedicate that. So that might not look like that for you.
Yeah.
So
damn. That's fire, bro.
For sure.
No, thanks for sharing that, man. Like that's gonna touch a lot of people. I promise you.
For sure.
And because that touched me. You know what I mean?
Oh,
but I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it for for my family, for myself, for my own mental health. Because I just don't want to work for someone else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's me working for someone else. Yeah, they pay me and stuff. It's money's involved with it, but it's deeper than that. It's you know what I mean? So. Yeah, I definitely know what you mean. And if it was for the money alone, I would have quit a long time ago.
That's why I said it kills your momentum. It kills your consistency.
I would
have kills a lot.
Alone, I've been doing this. Not the same thing every day for years now, but I've been doing this for years now. And I'm not rich yet. You know, I haven't like blew up or anything like that, but I'm still going.
And you still be out in the field. You was at CreatorCon. That's how we met. So.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
You got to get EA Sports. It's in the game. You got to get out. You got to get out there. You got to play the game.
Exactly, bro. But the last, these are my last two questions, man. So, second to last, what do you have new coming out? You got some new stuff coming out?
I do got some new stuff coming out. I do have a new collection coming out.
Okay.
It's my own take on a current fabric that everybody loves. I won't say too much about it because I'm doing like a major photo shoot for it.
So let me tell you though, this episode ain't gonna come out for probably 5 or 6 more months.
Okay, so my tapestry collection. So I'm doing a tapestry collection.
Okay.
I'm restocking my holiday collection. I'm adding a new purple. I've only dropped one purple since I've had my brand in entirety.
Okay.
And I would like to change the Cornell cap and potentially make it like a bucket style.
Okay. That's what I was thinking when you said you was looking to do something else with it.
Yeah.
But no, that's fire, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so last question, man. Wait, hold on, I got one more question before our last question. Can the people watching this video get like some kind of discount code?
Yeah. So
can we get a discount code to put in the description for everybody that see this video?
Okay, so for everybody that's seen this video, I will be willing to give you 20% off, and you can use the discount code Founder Fumbles.
Founder Fumbles.
That's it, Founder Fumbles.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, so tell everybody where to find you, where to find this, where to stick in this discount code and all that good stuff. Your social media, everything.
So you could put the discount code on my website, which is www.you'regonnacrushit.com. youregonnacrushit. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram. Facebook, Crush Velvet Collection. TikTok, Crush Velvet Collection. Instagram, Crush Velvet Collection _. And I believe that's it. And then if you're looking for me and you just like the vibe, I'm the Crush Velvet captain. So I'm the captain of the Crush Velvet ship.
That's dope. That's dope. Well, thanks, man, so much for coming to the show, bro.
Of course.
I really appreciate you coming through. And thank everybody for watching this episode of Founder Fumbles. If Deion inspired you in any way, shape, or form, please do not forget to like, subscribe, comment, reach out to him, and share this video with a friend or somebody. Please, it's the only way to make the channel grow. But that's it. Until next time, peace.
Peace.